What's up, guys? Thanks for joining the channel. And in this video I'm going to talk about, should you still buy a used Motorola One Ace 5G? Let's go ahead and get started. So originally this phone has a full price tag of brand new at around $400, but this phone has been released for a while now, and you could definitely find some good deals on this device used but in very good condition for as low as $170, and you could still find it for a price tag of only $20 when you switch to Metro prepaid here in the US. Also, I found some deals on AT&T prepaid. You can get it for around $130. So yeah, this phone definitely could be had for a lower price compared to its full $400 price tag. So even for $400, the device seemed pretty good, but I wouldn't recommend anybody to get it at that price, especially for all the other deals that this phone could be had for. And even for just a straight up used device, since this device hasn't been launched that long ago, all the models that are for sale, for example on Swappa or other used marketplaces, the device is going to be in great condition. This isn't like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old phone. This was less than a year old, and this phone is still popular, and you can get it for a big discount just depending on where you look. But yeah, in short, yeah, I would definitely recommend this phone, and let me tell you why. So first of all, for this low price, you're getting 5G. I mean, that's the standard nowadays, but you know, you could have this phone for as low as $20. So right off the bat, you got 5G, and Motorola, a very great reputation as a company, and they make quality devices for years and years. So you know you're getting some quality out of this, and you throw in 5G, it makes it very contemporary right there. This phone pretty much is going to be huge. It's around 6.5 inches tall, 3 inches wide, 0.4 inches thick. It's definitely going to feel hefty, but that means that this phone is going to be coming with a big old screen. It has a 6.7 inch display, so that's definitely a plus for people that want to have a lot of consumption and watch video and YouTube and movies, and you want it as a quick as a viewfinder. It's very awesome. So this phone also has a water repellent coating, so it will withstand some few splashes here and there. This phone's resolution is pretty awesome. So you're getting a 1080p display, which is getting you close to 400 ppi density. What does that mean? That means that this screen is going to be great. This is the same type of screen found on very expensive devices, but you know, for a lot lower if you get it used. So you're getting pretty much a stock version of Android with a few Motorola gestures rolled in, which is perfectly fine. And what that makes this device is very snappy, because it's not bogged down by a heavy software. It doesn't have a lot of these extra apps like Samsung has, duplicate apps. This is pretty much feeling like a Pixel phone, except that you're not going to get a lot of Android updates. It's currently at Android 10, but that's okay. I don't see a lot of differences between Android updates nowadays. It's mostly how the apps behave, and just Android 10 on this device, well, you'll be just fine. You won't notice too many differences in the newer versions of Android. Another good reason to pick up this device used, besides the price tag, is that Snapdragon 750G processor. Now that sits right in the middle. You're not going to have a high-end processor, and it's not going to be a low-end, but what that means is that it's going to perform very, very well, and it's going to actually use less battery. It's going to be very efficient in using battery. So, you know, you pair the chipset with a stock version of Android, the performance is going to be very buttery smooth, very nice. As long as you're not running any crazy, heavy, intensive gaming or editing apps, you should be good to go. And most people wouldn't notice the speed differences in performance between this and a more expensive device. Another good thing about this device, and a reason to get it used, is you can get this phone for 128 gigs of internal storage, which is another awesome price. That's a good amount of storage for that price. There should be no reason to run out of space with 128 gigs. And if that's still not enough for you, it has a micro SD card slot. That's another reason this phone is a good pickup at that price point. Another good reason is 6 gigs of RAM. That's like the sweet spot for this type of phone and the people that are using it. You can run several apps in the background, and most of the time you'll come back to it with no problems. It's not going to be a flagship device. A lot of these apps are not going to stay in memory that long, but 4 or 5 should do the trick, and I think most people using this device are going to be perfectly fine with that. So the camera system on this phone is going to be quite good for this price. It's not going to blow you away like a Pixel or a Samsung, but it does have 3 cameras. It has the main 48 megapixel shooter, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro. So by having that ultra wide camera, it's really going to bring this experience it's going to bring it together very well. In the daytime, you're going to shoot great video, great pictures, but it might struggle a little bit in low light, but that's with most Android phones at this price point, and even more expensive. But you do get to shoot in 4K. Selfie camera, you get 16 megapixels with 1080p, so the selfie camera is going to be pretty nice too. You do have a headphone jack, so some people that might be very, very helpful. You know, you can connect it to your car to listen to music, or connect it to a mic if you want to record, stuff like that. You get Bluetooth 5.1, so it's going to connect with all your devices, your wireless speakers, wireless headphones, and, you know, smartwatches and stuff. This does come with NFC, so that's very important right there if you like to use your phone as a wallet. And it has that rear-mounted fingerprint reader for unlocking, which is a tried and true method to unlock your device, very reliable. It doesn't have an in-display fingerprint reader that kind of gets finicky. So I'm very okay with having that rear fingerprint mount. Now, one of the best things about this device is going to be the battery life. 5,000 milliamps, which will get you up to 3 days of battery life in a lot of cases. That's more than even on some flagships. So that's a steal at this price. 5,000 milliamps is awesome. A lot of these lower price phones are coming up with that big battery. It even beats out Pixel devices at a bigger price point, because this is what this phone really feels like. It's very close in comparison to a Pixel device with the stock version, a clean version of Android, except you're not going to get all those updates. And this phone does have 15-watt fast charging. Not the fastest, it's not too fast, but it will definitely recharge your phone to pair it up with that big battery. That's going to make battery life super awesome on this device. So yeah, you know, you can go on Swappa. That's my better choice. That's my go-to place if I'm ever looking at used devices. This phone, you know, hasn't even been released a year yet, so definitely you're gonna find some in great condition. Try Metro. You can get it for $20 when you port in your device. You can try it on AT&T prepaid. You can find it for, I believe, $130. So that's still cheaper than the $400 price tag. At $400, I mean, the device was pretty serviceable, but I wouldn't get it at that price. There's always deals to be found, and this is the perfect device. Starting at $170, if you just want no strings attached, that's not bad for what you're gonna get. Big old screen, big old battery, clean version of Android, pretty good processor, a lot of storage, ultra wide camera, just a very nice package, a good amount of RAM. I think most people will definitely be happy with this. You don't have to spend $1,000, guys. This device will do the trick for a lot of people. And around the world, you know, Motorola is a well-known brand, very old school, that continues to have quality devices. So yeah, give this device a try, especially at this price point. It's definitely worth it. Here in late 2021, you won't be disappointed by picking this up at a great price. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you subscribe. It really helps me out to bring more content. And I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.